It is time for the one and only 2024 NFL mock draft by Milk TV. So, I'm going to give you the correct answers of everything that's going to happen in the draft. So, here we go. We're going to start this together. So, the pick that pretty much everybody knows, the Chicago Bears, they're going to easily be taking Caleb Williams. They need that quarterback, and they finally get one. Then on to Washington. I think they're going to take a quarterback as well. Which quarterback? A lot of people speculated back and forth. I think it's going to be Drake May. Then we go to the Patriots. Now, that's a conversation everybody's been looking at. Who are they going to take? A lot of quarterbacks out there. Some people are worried about Jaden Daniels, but I'm not, and I think that they're going to go with quarterback as well. I think Jaden Daniels is the quarterback of the Patriots. Then we have the Arizona Cardinals. They need to replace Larry Fitzgerald, and they're not going to be able to replace Larry Fitzgerald, but they're going to get the next best thing, and that is Marvin Harrison Jr. I've seen a lot of speculation with the Chargers that they want to trade away Justin Herbert to bring in J.J. McCarthy. I don't believe that necessarily. I think the best thing for them to do is go ahead and draft Malik Neighbors. On to the Giants. I personally don't think that Daniel Jones is as big of a problem as a lot of people make him out to be. So I think the best way to fix that problem is surround him with good weapons, and Rome Odunze would be an amazing weapon. On to the Tennessee Titans, and they are getting the best offensive lineman in the draft, in my opinion. Joe Alt is the guy. The Atlanta Falcons have done a lot in making their offense look a lot better here in the offseason, bringing in Kirk Cousins, so that offense is looking pretty good. So in my opinion, I think they added their defense here, and I'm going to go with Dallas Turner, the edge. The Bears coming in here with their second pick at the 9th position. I think that they've added to their offense, so they want to add to their defense as well. And I think that they're actually going to go with Jared Verse. The Jets have high hopes this year with Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully that he's able to play more than 3 or 4 plays this year. We'll see if that's the case. But to fix and make sure that that is the case, I think they're going to build on this offensive line. I'm not going to tip the first name, but last name, Fashanu. This is where I think J.J. McCarthy is going to go. I think that this has been a speculation, and a lot of people for the Minnesota Vikings seem to be loving J.J. McCarthy, but I think it's time that they replace him and get him, because there's no way that they want to go forward with Sam Darnold. Moving on here to the Broncos, who are they going to get? I think that they want to go with the edge rusher, so I think that they're going to go with Latu. Moving on now, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. Almost said Oakland. I think that they are going to go corner here. Quinion Mitchell, I think he's the best corner in my opinion, and I think that's who they're going to select. Now on to the New Orleans Saints. They're going to want to bolster that offensive line in my opinion, and Flaga from Oregon State. I think that makes sense, and I know I might be butchering some of the names, but we'll see. On to the Colts, and I think they're going to do a reach here. A lot of people aren't really happy about this guy. I like the guy in general. I just don't know if he's talented enough to be in this situation. It never ends up working out with a tight end taking this early, but I think Brock Bowers will be a Colt. On to the Seattle Seahawks, and I think that they are also going to be adding to their offensive line, and I think no better than Troy Fautanu. Halfway through the first round, and now we're at the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are going to be selecting, in my opinion, a great corner here, Terrion Arnold, a great pickup, and I think that will work out well. The Alabama to Jacksonville connection. Then we have the Bengals. I think they're going to add to their defensive line here, and I think that they're going to go with Byron Murphy. I think that's a pretty solid pick for them. Now we have the Los Angeles Rams. A lot of people think that the Los Angeles Rams are wanting to add to their wide receiver pool, but I don't think that they really need to, especially when they can add to other positions. And one position in my eyes that would be a great one for them is to go ahead and add to their corner position. In mine, I would pick Cooper DeJean. The Steelers have been active in trying to get some trades. Particularly, they have wanted to get players like T. Higgins, which is not necessarily going to happen, but they are more in the talks for like a Brandon Ayuk situation, which they are trying to pursue him. Maybe that trade happens, but nevertheless, I still think they might go wide receiver here, and I think that the best wide receiver that they can get at this spot would probably be Brian Thomas Jr. The Miami Dolphins sitting here, I think they are going to be very tempted to draft Xavier Worthy. I know that he's got a higher draft position. I know that's something that they might be looking into, and who knows, maybe they even try to trade back in to get him just because speed. Literally, everything involved with the Miami Dolphins is pretty much like Lightning McQueen. If they could sign Lightning McQueen, they would. So they would get Xavier Worthy if they could, but I think here they play it safe. They get themselves a tackle, and I think that they're going to get J.C. Latham. At 22, we've got the Philadelphia Eagles, and I think a great thing for them to do is solidify their corner and I think Nate Wiggins would be a great asset for them to add. Back to the Minnesota Vikings. They've already drafted a quarterback in the draft. They've got a second pick here. And what better way for your quarterback to be a lot safer and feel a lot better than to get somebody and a great offensive lineman from Georgia, Amarius Mims. It's time for the Cowboys. They haven't been doing a lot this year, and in the offseason has been very boring. If you're a Cowboys fan, I do apologize. I thought that maybe they wouldn't be able to get the big targets that they wanted, but I didn't think it would be this bad. However, I think that they're going to be getting the guy that's going to make most of the fan base happy. Is there is a lot of, hook 'em horns fans there. And I think they're going to get Adonai Mitchell, and he will be staying in Texas to be a Cowboy. In the land of cheese at the 25th pick, I think that the Green Bay Packers are going to get themselves a nice interior defensive lineman. And I think the best one they got here in this option is Jerzan Newton. At 26th, Tampa Bay Buccaneers trying to get back to be Tampa Bay, and I think that one way that they can do this is they're going to try to focus on that offense to see if they can make it happen once again. So I think they get themselves a nice tackle. Graham Barton will be their pick. The Cardinals, who already got themselves a nice Maserati Marv, are also going to be adding to this offense once again. Not a skills position, though. I think they're going to go center here. Jackson Powers Johnson is a great asset for the Cardinals. The Buffalo Bills having a lot of problems right here, trading Stephon Diggs. They are desperately needing a wide receiver. Looking at all the wide receiver, there's a lot of options that they could go for, but in my opinion, the one that truly makes a true star capability that is left in the draft at this point is Troy Franklin, and I think that they will go for him. The Lions are almost there. One thing that they've really been trying to do is solidify this team. The offense has been really good. The defense has struggled. So I think one thing that they could really improve on is that defense. So I'm going to do that for them. Kool-Aid McKinstry at corner is going to be a great asset here for the Detroit Lions, and we'll see if they can do it here. I think they're going to have a tough time winning the North this year because the Packers look good too, and we'll see exactly if that's the case, though. The Ravens, absolutely running like crazy. They're going to be running all over you. Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, and all the running backs that they need possible. I can't really think of any of them right now. You got like Mitchell, Gus Edwards. There's tons of running backs, but I think some went elsewhere. But anyway, no better way to get that ball moving than to solidify that offensive line. And that, in my opinion, is why they should select Tyler Guyton. San Francisco 49ers, what an amazing team they were last year. Came up just a little bit shy in the Super Bowl. They're going to want to keep adding to this, so I think they go skill position here. In my opinion, one of the best route runners, period. Regardless of position, he could be one of the best wide receiver route runners. He's not that quick, but he knows what he's doing. Ladd McConkey makes sense. He's almost like a Cooper Kupp, but he's just a for sure hands. He's really reliable. Ladd McConkey is somebody I wish my Panthers could get to, but I'm afraid he's not going to be on the board when it's time. So I'm going to say that Ladd McConkey is drafted. And now to the Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs. I feel like they're also going to go skill position here, and they really need somebody. But I think the best thing that they can get is speed. I think that they truly have lacked something like that. They also lost a guy in Rashee Rice. I'm not sure if that's the case. We don't know. It's a lot of speculation what's going to happen. Everything's being settled. So I don't know if he's going to be back this year or not or ever. But hopefully he is. We'll see what all goes on with that. But I think that they're going to go speed, Lightning McQueen, going to Kansas City. So here you are. Here is my first round prediction. You can look at this here. I didn't want to do any trades because I know that trades are probably going to happen and people are going to trade back and stuff like that. But I wanted to just give you a flat out what's going to happen there. Look forward to seeing some of my other trades. Maybe I'll pick a certain team and do trades with them. And, I might do situational trades with each team. If you want to see your team do it, make sure that you comment and let me know which team you like so that I can do a mock draft for them personally. And I will go through all 7 rounds of your team. So let me know in the comments, whether it be down below or click right here to the side. Let me know, and I will do a draft like that for your team. Also, just to let you know, plugging it here, I will be live for the draft on all platforms. So come hang out with me. I will be live doing all kinds of content for the draft. We're going to be watching it live, reacting to everything, talking about prospects, looking at highlights, everything that you can imagine. We're going to be having a good time. So come hang out with us. We're going to be having a draft party. And to my Panthers fans, as you are close to me, the Panthers have the 33rd pick, so who would they be getting in this? If the draft is like this, I think that the Panthers should go with Darius Robinson, the edge from Mizzou. I think that would be the best option for Carolina. There's a couple wide receivers I like as well, but I think with our second round pick, we'll be able to get him one or the other. So I'm going to say Darius Robinson is the first pick for the Carolina Panthers at 33. So thanks again. Make sure that you're followed or subscribed here for more content. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you in the next one. Y'all have a great rest of your day.